In today's episode of The Tenant, I'm in one of the fastest growing housing markets of India. I'm in Noida. Our tenant today is a family that moved from Delhi to Noida. Why do they do that? What works and what doesn't? Let's meet them. Hi
Hi
Dhirendra.
Vishal, how are you?
Very well, good to see you.
Same here. Long time.
Yes, long time. Okay, this is it, huh?
Yeah.
How big is this apartment, Dhirendra?
This is 1340 square feet.
And I assume this will be super area 1340.
Yeah, this is a super area.
Okay.
This has been my abode for the last almost 2 years now.
2 years.
I think we moved here sometime in August
Okay.
2023.
23.
Yeah.
So what is it that makes someone move from Delhi to Noida? Generally, reverse migration story hoti hai.
Yeah, Vishal, so I made the big mistake of buying too early. I have my own house in Delhi, which is around 30 kilometers from here. And I didn't realize that, okay, I'm in private sector. My job would take me to various places. The same would happen with my wife, who's also working. And I would have children. And they would have their own hobbies and studies to be taken care of. And I realized that, okay, when I had a family, my wife was working, Delhi was proving to be too far because her workplace was in Noida. Okay. Should have to leave home early, get home late, and plus, as I had my second child, my second daughter, she got into gymnastics. Okay, and surprise, the place where we were living in Delhi, and this applies to most parts of Delhi in fact, a good professional academy for training in gymnastics was available in Noida.
Okay. Delhi mein nahi.
दिल्ली में है बट बहुत दूर है एक दो हैं सो दिस वाज इन नोएडा अगेन क्लोज टू वेयर माय वाइफ वाज वर्किंग
So basically your wife's office as well as your child's gymnastic learning
yes
is what makes you from
what
Delhi.
what brought us from Delhi to Noida.
Generally people say buy a home early. You're saying
No, please, I'm not a subscriber to that. I know it's a big debate on social media, and I bought into some of those. I'm not saying don't buy. By all means, you should have a house of your own, but give it time. Don't rush into it.
जल्दी में घर लेना नहीं चाहिए.
बिल्कुल नहीं लेना चाहिए. आप देखिए, आप दुनिया देखिए, ट्रैवल करिए. Your job may take you to different cities. This is still NCR. Tomorrow, one could have a job in Bangalore, Bombay. You want to check out those places as well.
Now, I don't know much about Noida. So tell me, what is Sector 144?
I would say middle and upper middle, a blend of both. It has got fancy marketplaces, good business offices. There's one Advant center here, there's a DLF center here, and lots of greenery, lots of open spaces. It's not congested. You won't see heavy traffic plying outside your apartments. So good ample spaces, good mix of hospitals, schools, marketplaces, nice. Yeah.
Okay. This house, where do you guys spend most of your time? Where do Dhirendra, wife, kids, कौन से कमरे में spend most of your time?
One place is this.
Okay.
This is our, chai, khana, discussion.
Okay, तो यहाँ पे basically debate होती है.
Yes.
Okay. And this is the balcony.
This is the balcony. There's a construction going on of by another builder.
Okay. This seems like a very old building though.
Yeah, I believe it went into some dispute.
And finding this house, easy, tough?
Easy. So let me tell you, I was on the ground floor here.
Okay, ground floor घर.
Yeah.
अच्छा था?
Yeah,
अच्छा experience था?
Lot of issues. Sunlight, ventilation.
So you move from the ground floor to a higher floor?
Yeah, this is much better. There's proper ventilation. You can see the sunlight, coming inside. Yeah. Much better.
Okay. And dining table. All these things have come with the apartment. You bought them. You have rented them.
No, so some stuff I bought from my Delhi house, and some stuff I bought.
Okay. This covers your living and dining room. This will be what room of yours?
This is my workplace, work area.
Okay. This is like your work from home room.
Yeah, work from home. Yes.
How often do you work from home?
So 3 days in a week I work from home, 2 days in office.
And where is your office?
Office is in Gurgaon.
So you do Noida to Gurgaon
Yeah. Yes.
every day?
Yes.
Every 2 days a week?
Yes.
And how do you do the commute? कितना दूर है, कितना expensive है, कितना खर्चा जाता है?
So these days, one more time the savior is Uber. So I'm doing Uber shuttle.
Okay.
Yeah, so my wife drops me to the stop in the morning and it takes its own sweet time of 2.5 hours.
One way.
One way, yes.
So 5 hours in a day.
5 to
Dhirendra
6 hours.
travels-
5 to 6 hours because door to door it ends up being close to 3 hours. One way.
Wow.
Yeah.
How much of आपका ये जो नजरिया है of not buying a home too early is shaped by your own experience in jobs where they're very dynamic.
देखिए जब आप अपने 25-26 साल के होते हैं when you are आपकी शादी हो रही है, आप आपकी रिलेशनशिप स्टार्ट हो रही है, तब आपकी काफ़ी दुनिया आपकी बाकी होती है देखनी, आपने दुनिया देखी नहीं होती है। आप बड़े सोचते होंगे कि आपने बहुत देख लिया, आपने MBA कर लिया, पूना हुआ है, बॉम्बे हुआ है इन माई केस, बट आपने ज़्यादा कुछ देखा नहीं होता है। सो यू डोंट नो व्हाट लाइफ विल थ्रो एट यू। तो आप देखिए, समय दीजिए।
This is
a small mandir that my wife and my daughters also. I'm not too much into praying. Of course, I do believe in God.
okay. This thing covers your first bedroom, which is like your work
Yeah.
from home room. Up ahead will be what? Okay, that's like a open kitchen you have here. So, was the kitchen a factor in the home selection?
Not really. We had stayed on the ground floor. It was ticking most of the boxes here as such.
What's the big deal maker for this building or apartment for you?
I love the surroundings. I love the parks here. Very nice landscaping, good layout. I'm very fond of walking. I walk some 6,000 to 10,000 steps easily in a day.
And is Noida infrastructure as superior to maybe a Delhi or a Gurgaon as people make it out to be?
Certainly, from say 5 years back, the roads are better now. I mean,
Drainage?
you would have taken the expressway, right? I mean, that's an excellent infrastructure. And even if you look at the service roads, I'll take you around. You can see they are pretty decent quality now. Of course, suddenly you will find a pothole emerging from nowhere, but overall the quality of the road is now much better.
Okay. Does your wife and daughter miss Delhi?
They miss the house. They miss the house because again, your own house, you build with a lot of love. You try and have everything in it. It's a lot of emotion. And to ask me, I don't even mind selling it, but my daughters will not let me.
How about safety? Safety का वो worry है जैसे you spend time in Mumbai also, where safety is almost like a given.
Yeah, that's a given.
नोएडा में हम लोग वो काफी बार खबर पढ़ते रहते हैं ना, नोएडा में ये हुआ वो हुआ.
I'll take you to the recent interview of Rajiv Bajaj. He gave to Lata, CNBC, and he talked about the improved security in UP leading to higher sales of two-wheelers. Okay, so Noida is a microcosm of that. So I don't think that's an issue anymore.
Safety इतना बड़ा concern.
Safety इतना बड़ा concern नहीं है.
Okay. Regarding this kitchen, who cooks more, you or your wife, or?
Well, that's one thing I lack. I don't cook. I don't cook much. Just know enough to survive.
Enough.
So my wife does a bit of cooking, and then we have a cook who comes twice a day.
How important were amenities for you when you were looking for a home in Noida?
I would say important, pretty important.
Okay.
So first, of course, being close to the workplace and all that. I saw the club. They have a lovely club. Okay, Lovely swimming pool for my children. A nice gym. No, I don't use it, but sometimes my folks go there.
This is your second bedroom, right? This is also like a work from home room. This is for your wife's? Then
This is my
the
daughter's.
kids, your daughter's.
This is for the kids, yeah.
Okay, okay.
So they share this room, and we have a, what do you call this, bunk bed or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah,
That comes out
yeah,
and they can
yeah,
share it. Okay.
yeah.
Tell me, what's like the biggest learning you've had about Noida after coming to Noida?
The distance, thanks to the expressway, the connectivity is quite good. So from here, let's say, your Connaught Place, it's a 40-minute drive from here, which for the Delhiite is not too bad. It's less polluted than Delhi.
Okay.
That's also, it's less polluted than Delhi, for sure. I mean,
But
again,
then that's a very low benchmark. Many people will say, right? Lesser polluted than Delhi as well.
yeah, I
Every
agree.
city in the world.
I agree. But again, if you're in the NCR, you take those small things away. I would also say the gentry is a little better.
Noida.
Yeah,
Noida gentry is better than?
better than the Delhi gentry.
That's a surprise opinion, not fact. That's a surprise opinion, no?
There are people, who are more service oriented, employed. You don't see fights over parking. Parking is again a big issue in Delhi. You won't find that much of that in Noida.
I think, murders have happened over parking spaces.
Yeah, encroachments are rampant in Delhi.
And this is your grand master bedroom.
Yeah.
That's a big balcony you have here, no?
Yes.
So how much of these
There are bigger ones,
balconies...
in fact. Yeah.
I'm sorry?
There are much bigger ones, in fact. Yeah.
Tell me, how much of these balconies actually get used? People in NCR...
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not.
NCR people always tell me a home without a balcony is not a home. Do balconies really get used as much?
Not at all.
Yes, dikhawa hai.
My Delhi house has only one balcony. The second one was so small that I just brought it into my bedroom. So we have only one balcony there. It mostly goes waste.
But in your case also, you think broadly when you look at your entire complex or Noida's buildings, balconies use होते हैं in your view?
नहीं होते हैं.
वो ज़्यादा दिखावा है ना?
ज़्यादा दिखावा है. I agree with that view. मैं ये नहीं कह रहा कि सारे के सारे बंद कर दो. But have one or two. But, I mean, there are houses with 3-4 balconies here. I had a house in Faridabad, some 1600 square feet super area that had 3 big balconies. I mean, why?
Obscene, right? Obscene.
Why do you need? You don't need.
Okay. This is your bathroom, other bathroom that is there.
Yeah.
So how much rent are you paying for this, Dhirendra? कितना है आपका rent?
So this is 27 plus maintenance.
और maintenance कितना होता है?
Maintenance around close to 6,000. I don't have a great idea about it because it goes with the prepaid meter things. And so that I believe is 6. So 27 plus 6.
अभी क्या होगा आपका अगला स्टेप? आपको नोएडा में रहना है, वापस दिल्ली शिफ्ट होना है?
See, the rates have shot up. The rates have run away. So I'm in the short term I may return to Delhi, depending on what my daughter is planning, whether she wants to pursue, continue. So that's entirely her call. So I'm a totally my daughter's guy. Whatever she decides, I'll do it. And I believe in Noida's case, again, you talked about security. Improved security, better infrastructure also has a lot to do with that.
अरे आई थिंक वुमेन का वो हमेशा वो डर था कि यहाँ पे रह सकते हैं
रात को नहीं 8 बजे के बाद नहीं निकल सकते. Those sort of things.
पर अभी can women get out at 8:39 on their own?
Yeah,
on their own.
On their own. Let me tell you, I come from Gorakhpur. I've seen girls out at 8:30 p.m.
In Gorakhpur?
In Gorakhpur. Okay, and I was happy to see, and I'm talking about 2019, the last time I went there.
So Gorakhpur is the zone of the UPCM, right? That's
Yes.
So you think women,
Babaji.
So you think women can go out at 8:39 also on their own alone?
Yes. I mean, I'm not a spokesperson.
Yeah, of course.
I have my own views from the other side as well. But I mean, again, it is what it is.
Okay. On that note, Dhirendra, thank you for coming on the Tenant from Delhi to Noida. I think your daughter played a central role. It'll be interesting to see whether you go back to Delhi or you make Noida your permanent adda. Good luck.
Thank you.
Time for the report card. This is a reasonably compact 3 BHK apartment for the benchmarks of Noida in a gated community with the whole list of amenities. Location, this is Sector 143, primarily residential neighborhood with some degree of commercial activity kicking in. It has reasonable amount of eateries around. Connectivity, it's along the Noida, Greater Noida Expressway, so that allows it commute to the key hubs. There's no sound metro connectivity at this point because the station is quite far away. There's nothing meaningful in terms of bus as well as railway travel. All in all, if you're a person that wants to be in a budget location, wants to be in a neighborhood that is peaceful, has the basics covered, this is the sort of location and project that can be considered. Are you looking for the perfect home? Stop looking around, scan the QR code and explore from thousands of rental properties, read resident reviews and make an informed decision with 99acres.com.